name is Emma from City Green, and today we're going to be learning all about starting seeds at home. So to start off, I'm going to need a couple materials. I have some water, potting soil, a container for starting my seeds, the seeds themselves, and then labels for my seeds. So the next step is we'll want to moisten our potting soil. So I have a pitcher of water here. I'm just going to pour a little bit in. More according to how dry your soil is. As we can see here, now it's nice, moist, still crumbly, not sopping wet. The reason why we want to moisten our soil is because water is necessary for the seed to germinate. It needs to break through the seed coat, which starts the whole process. And we're also using potting soil instead of just like dirt you might dig up in your garden. And that's because it's not as compacted and also full of nutrients, which will help your seedlings start growing. All right, so now the next step is to fill our containers with soil. You really can use any type of container that you'd like, as long as it's flexible enough that you can get your seeds out, your seedlings out, and that also it's able to drain, because you don't want the roots of your plant to start rotting because they're just sitting in water. So you can see here, I'm packing it firmly but not too tightly. Next step is going to be to look at our seed packet. So right now I'm going to plant some cucumber seeds, and when you're planting seeds, you'll always want to look at the seed packet to determine how deep to plant them. You don't want to plant them too deep if they're a very small seed, because by the time the seed pops out of the soil and is finally able to get to the light, it's going to have run out of energy. So it's better to go a little bit less deep than super deep. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay 2 seeds on the surface, and then I'm going to push them in with my finger afterwards. And then I'm going to layer with a little bit more soil packing down. The last thing is we'll actually want to cover up our seeds. So I have a plastic container here with a lid, and I'm just going to put my germinating seeds in here. The reason why I do that is this traps in warmth and humidity, and those two are crucial variables for ensuring seed germination. This doesn't need to be in the light because the plants are underground. So I could put it on a windowsill or put it on top of the fridge until the seeds germinate. Then when I see them popping from the soil, I'll take the lid off and move it to a sunny windowsill or under grow lights if you have them. All right, now that our seeds have germinated and they have popped out of the ground, what we're gonna wanna do is put them in the sunniest position in our house. I have here a south-facing window that will work great, and the maintenance is pretty easy. We're just gonna wanna make sure that our soil stays moist and that we rotate the container every day or 2. And this will ensure that our plants grow straight instead of bending in one direction towards the light. One thing we do want to look out for is leggy seedlings. And this is when our seedlings don't have enough light, so they stretch really tall to try to get closer to the light. In the end, this results in plants that are very weak and often fall over. If you see that your plants are starting to become leggy, you'll probably want to start again and just make sure that after they germinate, you put them in a very sunny spot or supplement with grow lights. The last thing we'll want to do is harden off our seedlings. So 2 weeks before we plan on transplanting our seedlings, we'll want to start introducing them to the outdoors. So you can see here, I have 2 seedlings that have been up potted into a slightly larger container. And I'm going to begin by just putting them outside on a front porch or a balcony or a fire escape for about 2 or 3 hours. And then over the course of the 2 weeks, you're going to increase the amount of time that they're outdoors. And overall, this will prevent them from going into shock when they've been transplanted so that they're able to be well adjusted to the cold and the wind of an outdoor setting. So, all of this information might seem a little bit intimidating at first, but if you just make an intention of seeing your plants every day, looking at them closely, over time you'll develop an intuition about what your plants need. All right, time to get planting. Thanks for watching. For more information about our programming, visit us at citygreenonline.org or follow us at citygreenNJ.